Hello guys, it's Charlie here and welcome to another video. Today we are doing my Premier League 2016-17 predictions. In my opinion, this season is going to be the closest Premier League season. I think it's going to be really hard for teams like us, but I still think we'll finish high. So let's get straight into the predictions. So first, well not first, 20th I have got Burnley in there, the Championship champions. I don't think they've made any good signings. They don't have the power. I just think they'll finish 20th. I think they'll have a dreadful season. In 19th I have Hull with a manager with 7 days to go. It's not very good for them. So I don't think they'll do very well in this season. I think they'll do 90. I think they'll come 19th. In 18th, I think will be West Brom. I think they'll have an alright season, but I think the teams above them will play that well that they'll just get pushed down and they'll get beat most weeks. So I think they'll have an alright season. If the Premier League wasn't so close, I'd say they'd finish where they normally finish. But this season it's going to be so close in my opinion. So in 17th, our arch rivals, Middlesbrough's arch rivals, I'm going to put Sunderland in there. I don't think they'll have a very good season. I think Defoe will carry them through the whole season. I think they'll get about 15 goals, and I think they'll just finish above the drop. And yeah, so that's Sunderland. Move on from them happily. Next we have Bournemouth in 15th place. No, is it 15th? No, 16th. Yeah, 16th. We have Bournemouth in 16th place. They had a really good season last season. I just don't think they can replicate what they did last season. So yeah, they'll still have a good season, but they won't do as well as they did last season. I don't actually know where they finished last season. I don't know, but I think next in 15th we'll have Watford. I think they had a good season last season, but they finished quite high up in the table. I don't think they'll finish as high as they did last season. I still think they'll have a good season, and if you finish above the drop, you haven't had a good season, but you're happy with where you've played and where you've came in the league because you haven't gone down. So that's just them. If I was Watford in that position, I'd be fine. Moving on to number 14, we have Southampton. I think it's a little bit of a risky one. They might not finish that low down. They might finish higher up. Might finish about 11th-ish, but I think maybe between 14th and 10th. That's where Southampton finish. So this section of it, this was quite hard for me to decide. So in 13th, I've gone with Crystal Palace, and I think them will draw on points. I think Crystal Palace might just win over goal difference, but so I've got Crystal Palace in 13th. 13th. Next I've got Borough's opponent for the first game of the season, which in fact I will be going to, and I might be vlogging for it. So might do. I probably won't, but if just stay out for that, it might come out. So yeah, I've got Stoke. I think they'll finish 12th in the league. They'll have a good season again, and I think Middlesbrough will give them a good game, and I think we'll beat them, which is why I've placed Borough high up in the league, and I've gone with Borough 11th. Right, this may be a bit risky, and I might maybe a little bit biased because I support them, but with the signings we've made, let's think Negredo, Fisher, We've just named got too much. Victor Valdez, most accomplished keeper in football. We've had them, and that's just 3 of them. We've got loads of others. I just can't name them all, because I'm a little bit tired. But next, I have got Swansea in 10th. That one's really risky. I think they'll have a really good season. I don't know why. I just have a sneaky feeling Swansea can always pull it out in a good and have a good season. I forgot where they finished. I think they might finish like 14th last season, but they had a really good season. Well, I think they'll have a really good season anyway. In 9th, I think Everton. They'll have a good season. I think from 14 to first, no, not first, maybe about 6th. This league will be really close, and it'll only be decided by a couple of points. So if you finish in there, you've had a good season. You've had like a really good season. So yeah, just above them, I have Everton's arch rivals. I have Liverpool. They've had a decent season last season, and I think they'll finish around the same area again. Around that area, about 6th, or in that area. So, next, I think that's 7th, yeah, 7th. I have Tottenham, Spurs. They did pull it out really good last season. Where did they finish? Leicester first. I don't know, but they finished. High up in the league. I forgot. It was like 4th, wasn't it? It was 4th. They finished Tottenham. I think Harry Kane will get a couple of goals, but he did not. Right, I was absolutely disgraced with his performance in the Euros. I know you aren't watching Harry Kane, but if you are, I'll knock you out. As if I'm a 10-year-old kid, so I'm gonna knock someone out. Yeah, I have them. I think Harry Kane, he always does better in the Premier League than he does in international. I think he'll get around 15 goals, maybe. 15 goals. I think Dele Alli will have a good season again. I think they'll have an average season for them, because they normally finish higher up. But I think 7th is risky, but I think that's where they'll finish. In 6th, I have the very surprising, who actually finished really high because of Dimitri Payet. I have West Ham. I think they'll finish 6th this season. And they had a very, very good season last season. I was very shocked. Dimitri Payet, I was outstanding with him. I already knew he was a good player, but I didn't know he was that good. To be scoring free kicks like that, honestly. And so I have West Ham. Then I have the surprising champions from last season, the underdogs. I have Leicester in 5th. I really don't think they'll win it. They definitely won't win it again. There won't be a one-season wonder, definitely not. I was wondering maybe put the quite low down, but they won't. Without Kante, that's why they won't win it. Kante was like the glue, but at least they haven't lost Mahrez or Vardy, which is really good for them. So, that's I've got Leicester in 5th. So here it is. I've got 4 teams left. I have got Man U, Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea left. Them 4 teams, and they'll definitely get Champions League, right? I think 3rd and 4th will be really close, and I think 1st and 2nd will be really close. I think Chelsea will come 4th. That one's a bit risky, and then I've got Arsenal in 3rd. I think they'll keep switching over on who wins and on who comes higher. But I think Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 5th, Arsenal 3rd. Then the 2 teams the two teams that I've got in first are Man U and Man City, both Manchester teams, right? Basically, I think Man City will come second, and I think Man U will come first because of the signings that they've made. But top scorer, I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic will get top scorer, and I think PFA Player of the Year, it has to be, I'm not going to say Pogba because he hasn't definitely signed yet, but I'm going to say, oh, that one's quite hard. I might say Kevin De Bruyne, maybe. I think he'll have a really good season. I think he might get PFA Player of the Year. So yeah, guys, that is it. I'm going to probably be releasing a Borough ratings and what I think later on. I think that'll be just about before FIFA 17 comes out. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.